Sukhi Bart ji, and welcome to the build-up that is to the Brit Asia Music Awards 2013 on the 12th of October at the Birmingham National Indoor Arena, the most biggest awards for 2013. And of course, on this show, we invite the biggest artists, the nominees. And of course, this guy is obviously a great nominee, but obviously a great, big, huge artist. Been nominated for about at least 6, I think, or 5 awards. Please welcome my great friend, my Tru Skool. It is the only one, Mr. Tru Skool. Sukhi Bart Paji. Ji aaya nu.
Good, man.
Very good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright, man. How are you doing?
Good,
it's typical.
Oh, yeah, we did this, na. Par कहना चाहते हैं भी साड़ी जान के पंजाबियों दी एक रवाज है कि कितना जो ना की हाल चाल ठीक ठाक है.
Cool, man.
It's very good, isn't it?
Yeah. How about yourself?
Good. So, how many? Is it 6 nominated? Let's just go through them. Best album.
Yeah, Back to Basics.
Back to Basics, Diljit's album, produced by yourself. Best producer, best track,
Cardcool, yeah.
Cardcool, yeah. Best video,
Cardcool again.
Cardcool
yeah.
as well. That's 4. 5.
Diljit's been nominated for.
Yeah, best international artist. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the writer as well.
Beat as well. So that's almost 6
from
of that one album.
Yeah.
But we could take Diljit out as the best artist because he was an artist before he kind of came to you anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
5 nominations. I mean, how do you feel? Did you think that's what the album was going to take you?
No, I mean, you don't think about anything like that when you make an album.
Yeah.
You just think about making a good product and hoping that people that have listened to you previously are going to be happy with what you've done. Really, that's the furthest I would.
I mean, we briefly had a little chat, didn't we, here, to say that on UK Bhangra culture, that how the whole album idea and how Diljit came about and how it came to you. But obviously, this is a build-up to the music awards. Tell us a little bit, just in short snippet, how it all came together, and a huge album hit around the world.
Yeah, I'll try and keep it quick. I think it was when I did the track for Te Chak Denge by Good Page. One of my best tracks. Diljit heard that, got in contact with me through Chaos Productions, who are best mates with his brother-in-law. He was like, can you do something? I was busy, you know. I actually did. First, I wasn't really up for it, and then after a few conversations, I was like, he seems like a good guy, and I mean, vocally he's a very good singer anyway. And then so eventually we said, okay, let's do this. So he came to England, stayed at my house for a month, and then that's where it was all laid down, all the vocals. And then he came back a few months later to finish the album off with us. So he stayed with us for another 3 weeks. And, yeah, then I went up there and shot a couple of videos, and there it was out, and that was it. November.
That was it. Easy as that?
Not easy as that.
Tell us what was the whole process for the album?
That album was a journey. I mean, I was talking about it with my friend Taj TL, who also did a track on the album, Bodi Raat. And yeah.
brings a smile to your face.
Yeah, I think we were talking. It was a journey. That album was because it was made through the summer from May right the way till beginning of September. I missed all the summer. Like, we stayed in the house, and I really missed that summer. There was no summer for us. It was just mad. It was like being in jail almost, but it was a brilliant laugh.
A musical journey in jail.
Yeah, Chaos Productions were there. This is our team, and Taj and TL. So Mrs. was helping out, and it was a crazy journey because we were like the only time we'd go out is when we'd go to Asda at night time, late at night, 1 in the morning or some 24-hour.
Wow.
And or we'll pop out, get a Red Bull, or go and get some junk food, but we really did miss the whole summer. So I've got no recollection of what last year's was like. I don't.
You didn't miss much.
Okay.
It was wet. It was a wet summer.
This year's was good, but I don't know. It was a crazy journey because we've been in that room and all been together. I mean, I remember it being hot, so we had the fan on and looking at the vinyls, and I got a lot of vinyls, and Ammo Chaos Productions was messing about on Instagram, taking all these crazy photos of my vinyl collection and instruments. It was but musically, it really was a musical journey. It was a journey. It was a special journey, that album, and a lot of ups and downs and different emotions. And I mean, I was getting no sleep, you know. I was sleeping a couple of hours a night.
Can you work like that? I mean, are you able to
I
focus?
was feeling disorientated, you know, a lot of the time, and my body was broken, you know. I was physically, even mentally shattered, and even the lads that were helping me, Chaos and TL, who was there for us, all the support. They were feeling it, you know, and massive thank you to them. They were part of it. They were moral support, and it was quite. It drained me, and it took a lot out of me. So did JK's album, the one before.
Yeah.
You know, and a few albums actually. It's a hard thing. It's a very, very, very hard thing.
Yeah.
It literally is blood, sweat, and tears. You know what? I mean, I'm not afraid to admit this. You know, by the time this album was completed, you know, when they say blood, sweat, and tears, that I did give my blood, sweat, and I actually really did almost feel like crying through pain.
It emotionally drained you so much.
Exhaustion. I actually, sometimes it was so much, it's like tears just wanted to come out my eyes, you know, and I'm not afraid to admit that. And then I really know what that means, blood, sweat, and tears. I know what that is.
Right.
I know what that is, and that's happened a few times to me, you know, and maybe that's why the results have been good, because you have to give that, I think, to have a good thing, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, is that because you've got the product and you become so engrossed in it, so kind of attached to it?
Not attached.
That you feel that you've got to finish it? Why can't you spread it out?
Mentally, it was just so demanding, because he wanted it done so quick, Daljit did.
Right,
He
so you had a timeline, a deadline.
Yeah, and so creatively, everything you're capable of, or, you know, sometimes when you have time to digest something and make something, that time was like, no, you do it now. You make this now. Not from him, from myself.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was like, whatever creativeness you have, you better just deliver it there and then now. You know, and that's how it was made. It was just bang, 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 bang. It was just constantly bang, bang. Because I play all the instruments myself, the tabla, the dolki, the dol, the tumbi, the godje, harmonium, the keyboards, the drums, you know, even all the bass, everything. I was playing it all myself. The only additional instrumentation was from Sahib Ji Pammi from London, who played the guitar and the mandolin on one of the songs, and the other mandolin was done by Chaos. And Sarangi by Pavitra. The rest, I played everything myself, you know, composed everything, and composing and producing and playing.
And listening.
Yeah, when you're playing the instruments, I mean, playing that many instruments, if I knew, like, I had a bajja piece to play on this track, I had to really practice for, you know, ages. Then tabla, I had to play on some of the songs, and I was like practicing tabla for ages, because then everything, you're up and down, you know, on an instrument. Sometimes you can be like not sounding like how you should, then I had to practice, I had to, you know, even I wasn't eating properly, I wasn't sleeping properly, you know, it was craziness. It really
God.
It was mad.
I feel tired just listening to that, because yeah.
I know a lot of other people do that as well, but I can only tell you what I went through, and, you know, it's not something that ideally that you'd want to happen. So from, you know, I always made a vow, I think from Represent, it all started from that album, and then it happened on Raw's Folk. I said it's not going to happen again. It happened on In the House, happened on JK's, and it's happened on, now I've really I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I'm not, you know, your family life suffers.
Yeah.
You know, I want to show my wife, you know, I don't want to, you know, I didn't see my family for all them 4 or 5 months, and I'm not doing this anymore. You know, I'm going to just keep music at the right hours, because you shouldn't be, like, you know, killing yourself over it, you know.
Yeah, maybe you do need to do that. Maybe I mean, I'm nobody to tell you, but maybe it's got to be a 9 to 5 job where you have a family.
That's what I'm trying to keep it.
You know, where you have a family, take a packed lunch. So cut out the kebabs, cut out the pizzas. But knowing you, Sukhi, as I know you, I think once you get into something, you just want to give it all, don't you? You just want to make sure that you can't sit back and think, you know what, I left something out. Are you a bit of a perfectionist? Do you see yourself?
I mean, you know, people think perfectionist means that your product's going to be perfect as well, but it's a perfectionist to your own standard.
Yeah.
And yeah, absolutely, I'm probably past that. I think I'm, you know, obsessively mental or something. You know, like it was like I just couldn't compromise on anything, or just say, no, let's just let it go, sort of thing. You know, and when you've got the clock against you, it's mad. You know, it's a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure. But I think, you know, an artist who really considers themselves as an artist will put everything they got into it.
Yeah, and the rewards are there, aren't they? You know, so many nominations, obviously Brit Asian Music Awards, but apart from that, the album did so well across the globe. And for Diljit as well, it kind of like putting...
Absolutely. I mean, over England, Diljit, obviously he was massive in Punjab and over here as well, but, you know, people got to see another side of him, like vocally, because he's a really good singer. I mean, look at him on the album. you know, it just showed how versatile he is, how talented he is as a person. You know, not just with the singing, with the acting, but even with the singing, the variety on this album, from Kardku, then Drak, and then the Chunni song, Ranja, Band Botale, which was a banger, then Radio, you know, different keys that he sang in, and you know, it was something that he really showed how good a vocalist he is. I forgot what the question was.
No, no, that's fine. I'm just here listening to you because I feel I'm, you know, so engrossed in listening to you about the album, and that's what this show is about. It's the build-up to the Brit Asian Music Awards, and obviously it's been nominated for Best Video as well. So how much input, do you have an input into the video side of things?
It's mad, because, you know, when Kardku was going to get taken off the album, it was not, yeah, because I hadn't had a lot of time to work on it, so when Diljit came back the second time, when he heard that, it was like, he got worried about it. He's like, oh, this doesn't sound as strong as the other track. I was like, don't worry, I'll sort it. So we got it sorted, and by the end...
What needed sorting, if you don't mind sharing that with us? What was it, from his point of view, or did you actually think inside you, actually there's something that does need...
that there was work to be done, but then obviously a producer will understand, oh yeah, you're going to do this and do that, where as a vocalist, he can only judge it by what he hears. So what he heard was just like, you know, the beat, etc. We need to, what shall we do? And I was like, don't worry, we'll sort it. And it got sorted. So not only was it then on the album, it was the video track, it was the track 1 on the album, and because he had a lot of high expectations for that, that's why he got kind of stressed about that. But then he was happy with it in the end. The video, I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know. So I was the first time I saw it was when it came on Brit Asia.
Oh, okay.
I actually remember that. It was like 6, 7 o'clock-ish time. I was giving someone a lesson, vocal lesson, and they saw it on the TV, so I went back and rewound it, and that was the first time I'd ever seen the video. Right. So my vision of the song was not what I saw on screen, because obviously when you make the music, and you know, there's a lot of picturization when I do my music, and that wasn't there, but it was still, it was good to see Diljit's take on it, and it was people liked the video, you know, and then and you know. And then when I watch it now, I was like, yeah, I got used to it as well. I mean, yeah, I think it was a good...
But you would have done the video differently, possibly, according to the music or to the lyrics?
You know, because of the lyrics and stuff, and how he sang it and everything. I had other visions in my head, sort of thing, and that, and like, you know, the video is quite bright and sunny. I didn't think it would even be, you know, that's the detail that I was thinking it was probably going to be dark. When the video's made, that type of thing.
Because of the lyric side of it.
Yeah.
Okay, it is the big build-up show coming to the Music Awards on the 12th of October. Brit Asian Music Awards 2012. I'm talking to Tru Skool. We'll be back after a short break.